Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Hey, it's Kim Komando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to komando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. All right, let's kick things off with a question. What is the top-selling vinyl record of all time? Okay, what is the top-selling vinyl record of all time? Is it Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, or Michael Jackson's Thriller? Wow. The reason why I bring this up is that vinyl records made up over 40% of all album sales last year. 50 million vinyl records were sold. You're like, what's going on? Well, okay, Taylor Swift fans, listen to this. Taylor Swift's records alone accounted for 7% of all 2023 sales. And let me tell you, if you're stumped on a gift in your life, vinyl is going to hit the right note. And before I give you that answer, where are my manners? Hello, welcome to the nation's largest show about all things digital. It is, of course, called The Kim Komando Show because, after all, I'm America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you once again. And let me tell you, it's the biggest show. It's the most trusted show. And you can find my award-winning show in over 420 top stations across the United States. And, of course, we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can find The Kim Komando Show as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for my last name, Komando. And a big hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 different countries and 200 ships at sea. I just love that. And just a reminder that great sponsors help to make this show possible. And in case you're looking for the unique URLs or the promo codes, whatever it may be, you just need to go to one spot, and that's komando.com/sponsors. And I know that you have some questions for me, and that's why our T-Mobile Unlimited listener line is now open at 1-888-825-5254. You know, T-Mobile's advanced 5G network now goes farther than ever before. You can learn more by going to T-Mobile.com/55. All right, so what was that answer? For vinyl-specific sales, the top-selling vinyl album of all time, ready for it, is Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. And it was released in, wow, long time ago, 1973, has sold over 45 million copies globally. I can't say that I was a big fan of that album, not at all. But the top-selling album of all time is, are you ready for it? Michael Jackson's Thriller. Yes. Vinyl records are a sound purchase. I know that was bad. I'd like to thank Oracle for helping to make this show possible. Even if you think that it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere, from self-driving cars to molecular medicine to business efficiency. If it's not hitting your industry yet, it's coming fast. But AI needs a lot of speed and computing power. So how do you compete without costs just spiraling out of control? It's time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI is a blazing fast and secure platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, plus all your AI and machine learning workloads. OCI costs 50% less for computing and 80% less for networking. So you're saving a pile of money. Thousands of businesses have already upgraded to OCI, including MGM Resorts, Specialized Bikes, and Fireworks AI. And right now, Oracle is offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. For new U.S. customers with minimum financial commitment, offer ends December 31st, 2024. And see if your company qualifies for this special offer at oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim. All right, every single day I dive into 35, 40 different sources to make sure we both know exactly what's going on in the tech world so that this way we can always be tech ahead. And here are the top 5 things that you need to know it's happening right now. And we're going to start with number 1, what's going on with big tech under President Trump. Yeah, you've heard President-elect Trump's early goals: deportations of the most dangerous undocumented migrants, dismantling the Department of Education. And then there's Elon Musk looking to carve out, $2 trillion in government waste. But what about big tech? All right, let's start with TikTok. If Trump can ban its operation in the United States with an executive order and without Congress, he's going to do that. But what about free speech on social media? Okay, let's think about the phone companies. They have nothing to say what users do on their networks. Now, his new chairman of the FCC is in favor of making social media work just like a phone company. So millions of citizens, both liberal and conservative, agree. And now, what about the big tech breakups? Yes. Look for Alphabet and Google to be among the first. All right, moving on to number 2. It always happens this time of year. The worst passwords that people are using all the time that can be hacked in about 15 seconds. Are you ready? At number 5, the first 6 letters of your computer keyboard. Oh, people, you can't be doing this. QWERTY. And then maybe you're going to get tricky and add the numbers 1, 2, 3. Doesn't work. Number 4, the word password. I'm sad for you. Okay. In third place are the numbers 1 through 8. Second place, the numbers 1 through 10. And once again, the worst password. It's the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, stop using those passwords. You know, they should be at least 12 to 16 characters long. And then you want to throw in some exclamation points, a question mark, and then suddenly it becomes difficult to hack. Oh, by the way, you cannot use beef stew as a password. It's not strong enough. Oh, I know. That one was really bad. All right, moving on to number 3. If you've considered leaving an unhappy job or career to become a software developer, bad news for you. Train left the station. The reason? AI. Only a few years ago, intensive courses in basic coding were being praised as a quick route to a high-paying, secure, and rewarding career, especially if you didn't have a college degree. Course graduates, they found great jobs, and it took only 4 or 5 months of training. They were called boot camps. But today, jobs for any entry-level software developers are evaporating. So if you want an entry software position today, you do still need to know basic coding, but you better know a lot about AI too. Moving on to number 4 is a warning for all of our listeners who are using an iPhone. If you use your iPhone's digital wallet, here's a warning that you just can't ignore. There's a wave of new phishing emails designed to steal credit and debit card credentials in your iPhone's digital wallet. Now, these fake emails appear to be from Apple, designed to scare you, saying that, oh, your accounts have been suspended. And the only way, according to the email, to make things right is to click on the link and verify your account. And you have to do this within 24 hours or else. All right, you know the deal. The instant that you click the link, you're taken to a website. It looks like Apple's website. You put in your Apple ID and your password, and then suddenly the thieves can take over your phone. So don't fall for that. And finally, this coming in at number 5, if you're thinking about buying your teen or a preteen a smartphone this Christmas, here's what you need to know. There's no question that all students' well-being began a sharp decline in the year 2012, just as phones and social media became the centerpiece of any teen's life. So today, we now know that 97% of students with smartphones use them during classroom hours. We know that their academic performance improves when the phones are banned in the classrooms, not just in the schools altogether. We also know that spending more time on smartphones is now clearly linked with young people being less happy and less satisfied. So you just want to think about that before you're like, oh, here you go, honey. Here's your new phone. Hey, listen, when I started my business, I lived off my credit cards, and I even had a car repoed. Yeah, we've all been there, getting deeper in debt every single day, and those interest rates just out of control. But let me tell you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I sat down with the chief operations officer of PDS Debt, and let me tell you, it's a great service. PDS Debt has personalized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. So if you're making payments every single month on your debt and your balances are not going down, just take care of it. Here's what you need to do. Get a free debt analysis that takes just 30 seconds at pdsdebt.com/Kim. That's pdsdebt.com/Kim. Just give it a shot, no obligation, risk-free. pdsdebt.com/Kim. All right, still to come, I've got a great tip on how you can watch movies for free online. Oh, I have a secret that the cable companies and your ISPs, they don't want you to know this. And a warning, hackers are going after your kids, and we have all of your great phone calls. And you have me, Kim Commander.
Got great ideas, but no idea how to build a website? Get Bluehost. Their AI design tool creates high-quality WordPress sites super fast. Whether you're a blogger, influencer, or launching a side hustle, Bluehost helps boost your growth with built-in marketing and e-commerce tools. Upgrade to cloud and get 100% uptime and 24/7 security to stay online all the time. Why wait? You've got the vision. Make it real. Visit Bluehost.com to get started.
How'd you like to win a $500 Amazon gift card? Oh, you're like, yes, give it to me, Kim, give it to me. Well, I would love to give it to you and no purchase required, but you have to enter to win. Now, here's what you need to do. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. And when you're there, just give us your email address. And we're not going to sell, lease, spam that email address ever, I assure you. But what you will get is my newsletter for just a few days to see if you really like it. And then you can unsubscribe at any time. Again, that's winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com. All right, how about we start with Ray in Everett, Washington. Hello there, Ray.
Hello, Kim. Thank you for having me.
So I read a story about you and Amazon and your 13-year-old cat, Fifi. Wow, what a drama that is. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
So take us back to that day.
This was Sunday, 10 days ago. We came home at about 10 p.m. We've been running around for a couple of days. It was my son's wedding the day before. And we came home. We're prepping, Yeah. And the next morning, we noticed that our cat is not around. We started looking for her. Couldn't find her anywhere. Very abnormal. My cat will come from a mile away when she hears us calling. We started going through our surveillance videos from our security cameras, and we saw that at 9:10 the night before, basically about 45 minutes before we came home, an Amazon delivery driver dropped off a packet at our front porch. On her way out, she started playing and petting the cat, which is
pretty typical.
I have lots of videos of Amazon drivers petting the cat. She's always either on the porch. She's an indoor-outdoor cat. The video cuts out because the cameras are motion sensors activated, and they take 30-second videos.
I see, yeah.
So when the second video kicked in, you see her driving away, and the cat's nowhere to be found. So we had suspicions. We weren't 100% sure. A few days later, while we're trying to get Amazon to get back to us or talk to the driver, or the driver get back to Amazon, Amazon confirmed that the driver has the cat.
Oh, wow.
And they confirmed that the driver will be returning the cat with coordination with law enforcement.
See, wait a minute, that's just kind of weird, isn't that? I mean, that's bizarre.
Very, very bizarre. And on top of that, 3 days later, I get a phone call from the sheriff's department because I had filed a report saying we're going to pick up the cat, and we got very excited. Finally, the ordeal is done. 2 hours later, the deputy calls me saying, I got bad news. The driver told us that the cat got away a few days ago and is nowhere to be found. What's worse is neither the sheriff's department nor the driver nor Amazon would even tell us the area. Like I said, we can't tell you. I said, have her make up a phony email and send me an email and delete it after that if she's worried about anything. Just give me a 2-block radius.
Right.
If that cat hears me, I can find the cat. I can still save this. And nothing. And on top of that, I've got a dozen emails from Amazon brushing me off. On top of that, I got Amazon executives, whoever it is in charge, offering me stuffed animals that look like the cat. They asked me if I can send. Oh yeah. They asked me to send them a picture of the cat so they can send stuffed animals to my granddaughters to ease their pain.
Okay, that's an insult.
How insensitive is that?
Yeah, that's an insult.
Yeah. So on top of that, this is a little bit of background that I need to clarify. This obviously has gone viral now, and the vitriol that is spewing with social media and online and people calling us names, telling us, it's our fault, the cat should be always inside. People saying, if I drive by your house and there's something outside, it's mine. Take care of your stuff.
Oh, you're kidding.
It is. My wife shut down her social media with all the crap and negative comments and insults they're hurling so that everybody hears this. Our cat was a rescue. She was abused. She had a broken tail, and she was not supposed to survive because she had asthma. The reason she's thrived and been healthy for 13 years is because she's an indoor-outdoor cat. Because indoors, her asthma would always come back, so we'd have to let her outdoors. That was the first thing that made a huge difference in that cat's life.
For sure.
She's very healthy. She hunts. There's other cats in the neighborhood. We don't have coyotes or hyenas or goblins or whatever, things that people are coming up with that we put our cat in danger with. There are so many, so-called keyboard warriors out there that, without knowing anything, they're basically making excuses and defending the perpetrator and blaming us.
Yeah, but the Amazon driver took the cat. I mean,
yeah, she's justified.
I mean,
because the cat was outside.
You know what? People suddenly, when they want to take up a cause or they want to join a group, it's almost like Lord of the Rings. I mean, they assume this awful personality that if you were in person, they would never say anything like this to you. But suddenly they think they're anonymous because, like you said, they're a keyboard warrior. When they don't have any knowledge of the situation, they don't know what's going on, but suddenly they think they're an expert. And it's like, oh, this is what really happened. It's like, just shut up already. You don't know.
Yeah. No, it's the assumptions that people make. And here's the sad part. This is obviously not something that wasn't something that was even on our radar. But now, if you go online and just search Amazon drivers stealing pets, you'll be surprised at how many of those cases you would see nationwide. I was flabbergasted. And I'm going, this has been happening in so many places with so many drivers. Amazon has gotten so big, they'll hire anybody to deliver. There's no real accountability. I'm assuming they do background checks for people handling packages that are expensive. We're giving them access to our addresses, to our personal information, for people to show up anytime at our doorsteps. And yet this happens, and they literally cover it up.
They won't do anything.
No. Well, I mean, I could have gotten a stuffed animal that looks like my cat, so I might still take
dumb.
them up on that.
You know what? I would take them up on it just so I could make fun of them. Just like, let's say your kid vanished. What am I going to do? Give you a doll? You think that's going to make me feel better?
Well, according to Amazon and everybody else, I shouldn't have my kid, or in this case, grandkid, playing on my front porch, because then it's a free-for-all. Anybody should be able to take her.
Unfortunately, when your wife did the right thing, is to just delete the social media account, delete all the trolls, because that's what they are, and they prey upon people. And they, for some reason, they get their jollies off of being mean to other people. And then they all chime in. It's really a sick side of America. Instead of like banding together and saying, you know what, I live in this neighborhood, you live in this neighborhood, let's try to see if we can find the cat. Let's all band together to try to find the cat. Well, but we're not doing that. I mean, that's this is why social media is so destructive to America. It really is. And I know people are going, well, there's a good side to social media. Yeah, I know that there's a good side to social media. But when this happens, you don't have to expound on somebody's pain. You don't have to make it worse. Of course, you have all of your own opinions, and you're happy to go ahead and post your own opinions, but you don't have to make it a personal attack on whoever's not feeling great because of something that happened in their lives. I mean, what is that? Have empathy. I know it's hard on social media, but have some empathy. Hey, Ray, thanks for coming on board to tell your story. And, word to the wise. Put a little GPS tracker on your animals. Not to say that the Amazon driver isn't going to be able to take that off of the pet, your dog or your cat, but also make sure that your animal is also microchipped too. So in case the cat or dog does get found, that maybe they can be returned to the rightful owner. Again, Ray, thanks for being here with us. All right, let's switch gears. Every time you connect to an unencrypted network, your online data is just not secure. ExpressVPN creates a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. Now, here's the deal. Use my special link, expressvpn.com/Kim, and you're going to get 4 extra months with the 12-month plan, or 6 extra months with the 24-month plan, totally free. Again, that's expressvpn.com/Kim, expressvpn.com/Kim. All right, it's the holidays. Maybe you're lonely and you're saying like, oh, I really want to find love online. Okay, let me just tell you, 80% of singles lie on their dating profiles. Okay, the most common ones, age, height, and relationship status. And if you think that your online is lying about their age, this is really interesting. You can paste your messages into ChatGPT, and AI is going to analyze them and look for any inconsistencies. So if they say that they're 30 years old, but they say, oh, I remember seeing The Breakfast Club in theaters and I really loved it, AI is going to flag that for you. What about height? Wow, this is really interesting. Women are calling out guys lying about their height by just uploading a few photos And then ChatGPT is going to say, nope, he's 5'5", not 6'2". All right, stay right where you are. We have more of your phone calls and more of me coming up here on the Kim Komando Show.
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Hey, are you tired of asking friends, family, or even just random strangers, hey, can you repeat that? I didn't get what you said. Well, you need the Horizon Hearing Aids by Hear.com. Now, I checked out this website. It's not a fly-by-night. It has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, a 4.9 out of 5 rating at Consumer Affairs. And with insurance, flexible financing options, and a 100% money-back guarantee. Let me tell you, getting great hearing aids has never been easier. Here's what you need to do. Go to Hear.com/Kim, and you're going to get a free hearing evaluation with a doctor. That's right, with a doctor. That's Hear.com/Kim. All right, coming up, I have a secret that the cable companies, your phone company, the ISPs, they don't want you to know, and you can save big money by doing this. And then later on, how hackers are going after your kids. And before we get to that, and of course your phone calls, let's talk about free movies. I know streaming costs totally out of control, and you're not saving money because you cut the cable anymore, because you're subscribing to all these different services. You know, I'm raising my hands because I do it too, right? You have Netflix and Amazon Prime and Max and Hulu and Sling, and I mean, just list goes on and on. But what you may not know is that YouTube has a bunch of free movies. Yes, I know. You probably never even thought about this. YouTube has a dedicated channel that updates its selection every single month. So you can watch, say, Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece or modern hits like The Life of Pi, The Truman Show, all for free. Okay, what's the catch? Yeah, you're going to see a few ads. But what you want to do is just fire up the YouTube app on your smart TV or go to youtube.com and then select the TV channel, and then you're going to go ahead and choose free with ads. Now, there are some other places. If you like those old classic movies, you just do a search for public domain movies on YouTube, and then a whole bunch of them are going to pop up. And again, no more monthly streaming bills. Let's see. Who's next? Mervin in Atlanta, Georgia, listening to us on the big WSB. Hello there, Mervin.
I've been wondering about this crypto thing. I keep getting friend requests, and they want to sell me cryptocurrency exchanges. I can't figure out the scam. I'm not falling for it yet. They all want between $1,500 and $2,000 minimum into the investment, and they want to use nodes, whatever that is.
Okay, here's what it is. So are you getting like friend requests on like Facebook where they're saying, hey, we can teach you how to make a lot of money in crypto or that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not in Facebook. It's in Nextdoor.
Oh, well, Nextdoor, wherever they are. They're going all over now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so what it is, Mervin, it's what's called a classic pig butchering scam. Okay, here's how it works. Okay. You get a notification from somebody who you don't know who says, you know what, I know a lot about cryptocurrency, or I know someone who does, and we can promise you anywhere between 8 and a 50% return on your money. And you're sitting there going like, okay. And then they normally don't want a lot of money to begin with. When I say like not a lot of money, not $10,000, $20,000. They want like $500, $1,000, $1,500 because that's more palatable to people to say, you know what, if I lose it, I'm okay with that. 10,000, 20,000, that's where you're going to sit back and go, I really need to think about what's going on here. Okay, so they get you in and you give them the $1,500. And within a day, Mervin, you're sitting there and you turned that $1,500 into $3,000. And you're like, wow, this is something. Thank you so much. And then you say, you know what, I want to see how the trades are happening and how I can see my account balance. And they're like, not a problem. Just here, let me show you. Okay, just go to this site or let me share my screen with you. And we're going to be over doing this in WhatsApp, by the way, because it's all encrypted and safe. And so you see your $1,500 turn into $3,000, $3,500 over a period of 10 days. You're really getting invested in this. And you're like, This is amazing. I mean, they just sure beats Social Security any day of the week. Well, that's when they ask you for more money, $10,000, $20,000. Now, meanwhile, you have seen your $1,500 go up to $6,000.
Right.
And maybe you were allowed to take out $500. But so with this sort of return in just a week or so, you're thinking like this is something pretty amazing. And this is how all of these people are making money at crypto. So you give them the $10,000. And depending upon how you react, they may start showing you more returns. They may start asking you for more money. Or though you may at some point come back and say, I want all my money out, of which they will vanish and you just lost whatever money that you gave them. So it's called pig butchering because that's exactly what it is. It's that you are being a pig because you want to keep earning more and more money, and then they are going to butcher you at the end so that this way you can't get any money and you're dead. So many people are falling for this. Do not be one of them. You cannot make these type of returns in cryptocurrency overnight. Okay, it takes a while, just like any other investment. Trust me, if I thought I could take $1,500 and turn that into $3,000 within 24 hours, do you think I would be sitting here in a studio in Phoenix, Arizona when it's 115 degrees? No way, Jose. I'd be sitting my butt in the Maldives sipping a little cocktail with an umbrella with a piece of fruit in it. Okay, it doesn't work. It's called pig butchering. We've got a lot of information about it on the internet. Mervin, I'm so glad that you called so this way you didn't become one of their next victims. All right, Deborah in Irvine, Texas. Glad to have you with us.
Hello, Kim. How are you today?
Good. What's going on?
Great. Well, thank you for all your help, and I'm a great fan of your show.
Oh, you're sweet. You're sweet. Thank you for that.
Really enjoy listening to you. I recently saw a video regarding the Amazon Audible and the app. Said it offers free training on a 4-step process. Is this legitimate, and how to tell if this is legitimate?
What were they telling you needed to do in order to make money?
It was about a 10-minute video just offering information. I really didn't click on the link to find out all the details.
Did they tell you how much money you could make?
It was various amounts. Had a couple of interviews, a quick clip with a couple of people telling what they were making, but it was various amounts. Well,
you know, it's interesting. Did they say like you would have to do voiceover work, or what kind of work did you do?
It did not say, and I did not click on anything inside that video.
Okay. All right. Then it's probably not legit, because if something's legit, they're going to tell you right up front normally. But if you want to check things out, I would go to Audible's official website, Amazon's job listings page, and see if there's anything kind of almost that's mentioned. The YouTube channel, whatever their name is that you could, put that into ChatGPT, Perplexity, or just do a plain old Google search and just ask if it's legit. And then you may see reviews from various people that maybe have gotten taken by this. You can look at the YouTube comments, but if it's a scam channel, a lot of the YouTube comments are like, oh, this is great. I made $1 million, type of thing. If it's anything about being an affiliate or partner of Audible so that you could make money when people take a look at an audiobook and you're going to get a commission for that, let me tell you something. You're not going to make a lot of money at that. The commission is like 0.0001 cent for every dollar, but you're smart for not clicking the link. Is there something that you want to do?
I was just curious. Once I came across it, I was just curious about it.
Yeah. You know what? You can look at, I would also go to Reddit, Deborah, and there's a lot of forums on Reddit that actually go through various money-making schemes and opportunities and things like that. And so I would just type the name of this channel into Reddit, and I bet you're going to find a lot about it on Reddit now that we're talking. Yeah, but I'd go to Reddit. Hey, speaking of Reddit, Deborah, you might want to check this out too, and thank you for your kind words about the show, is that now there's a subthread Commando. So if you go to Reddit and go to the Commando subreddit, that's where you can meet an entire community of Kim Commando listeners, and people are swapping stories and getting help on tech questions and good things like that. So speaking of Reddit, you might want to check that out. And Deborah, thank you for your call and your kind words. I just talked about the worst passwords that they have said people are using time and time again, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, or QWERTY, or whatever it may be. And, passwords can be annoying. Every account needs a different one. Uppercase, lowercase, those 12 or more characters. That's why you need NordPass, because you can forget juggling dozens or even hundreds of passwords, because NordPass remembers and autofills them for you. You're going to love this. You just go to a site, and instead of trying to remember your password, NordPass just steps in like magic and autofills all your password. And when you're buying something, it automatically fills in your credit card, your billing, and shipping details too. Really amazing. Now, NordPass uses the strongest military-grade encryption, offers email masking, password sharing, and has a solution for business too. But I negotiated a special deal for you. You can get 58% off right now, just $1.23 a month. But you have to use this special address, nordpass.com/Kim. That's nordpass.com/Kim. All right. I don't know if you know this, but your cable and phone companies and your ISPs, there's a secret way that you can save big money on your monthly bills. You want to put your service on hold for 30 days or more. So say you have a second home, or you're going away, or maybe you're going to have, some problem. You're going to be in the hospital. It's called vacation hold or seasonal hold. So your provider is going to pause your phone, internet, or TV service when you're not home. And get this, you don't need to return any equipment or change a thing. You get to keep your email address, the phone number while the service is on a hold too. And there are no reactivation fees. So again, it's a great option if you find yourself not home for an extended period of time. You just want to call them up and ask for a vacation hold or a seasonal hold. All righty then, still to come, we do have more great phone calls, as well as how hackers are going after your kids here on the Kim Komando Show.
Got great ideas, but no idea how to build a website? Get Bluehost. Their AI design tool creates high-quality WordPress sites super fast. Whether you're a blogger, influencer, or launching a side hustle, Bluehost helps boost your growth with built-in marketing and e-commerce tools. Upgrade to cloud and get 100% uptime and 24/7 security to stay online all the time. Why wait? You've got the vision. Make it real. Visit Bluehost.com to get started.
Hate to tell you, we're not getting any younger, but you can bring back your natural radiance with Native Path Collagen. It's scientifically backed to increase bone mineral density, support tissue recovery, reduce wrinkles, enhance hair thickness, and strengthen weak or damaged nails. Now, you can get 45% off and free shipping right now if you go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim. All right, Eric in Chicago listening to us on the big WLS. Hi there, Eric.
I'm so pleased that America's digital goddess is taking time to speak to a king of Luddites.
It's my passion, Eric. It's my job. I know.
Yeah, I've listened to you for years. I'm very excited to speak with you. I'm very honored.
Well, thank you. That's so kind of you. How can I help you?
Well, I'm getting up in age, so I'm trying to get my things together make things easier for the next generation to take things over. And as a result of that, I got all my stuff together, except I've stored all my passwords for all my accounts of everything in a folder inside of yahoo.com, my email. And my question to you is, what's the best way for the executor of my estate to get in there and shut everything down?
Okay, well, first of all, that's a really bad thing that you did, is to put all your passwords in a folder in your Yahoo email account. Because if somebody hacks into that, what do they have? Yeah. They got the keys to the entire kingdom.
Yeah, but I change my Yahoo password semi-frequently.
It doesn't matter. Somebody can hack into that. That's not a good thing. Okay.
Okay.
If you listen to me forever, sometimes I'm just overly blunt, and it comes from me growing up in New Jersey. Just to let you know.
Not a problem.
That's just the way it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the problem too is that if you routinely change your passwords, as you do, and you have to because maybe it's part of a data breach, whatever it may be, is that then you've got to go and you've got to update that password sheet. Okay.
Yes.
And so what I don't want is to have your passwords accessible to any hacker, scammer, whatever it may be within your Yahoo account. So we're going to take that away. Now here you have two options. Okay.
Okay.
Option number one is you use a password manager. And so It will go in and identify all the passwords that you have and then bring them into the password manager so you don't have to sit there and, type everyone in yourself. And then what it allows you to do is that you can export your passwords to a USB drive that you're going to put with your estate documents. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's a master password, and then you would have that master password accessible to whoever is going to be looking at your passwords after the fact.
Sure.
Now, the second way to do it, which is very old school, is that you have a password book. Okay.
Oh.
And that's where you would write in all your passwords, but a password manager will make life a lot easier. Okay.
So ink on paper you're talking about, the second one?
The second one is where you actually have it's a password book. You go on Amazon, you can pick one up for like $7-10, something like that.
Okay.
And I was the executor of my mom's estate a couple of years ago. And I was so thankful that she had the password book with her documents. It was amazing. And so then you have a list of, maybe all your important documents, your accounts,
certainly
things that you have in there. Who's going to get your phone, right?
Right.
But I know this is not a happy topic. I mean, we're talking about death right now, but it's when we
understand.
But it's a fact of life that we have to deal with this. But one of the things that I wish somebody would have told me when I was dealing with my mom's stuff is that you don't want to turn off the phone immediately. You want to keep that phone active. Because they're going to need 2-factor authentication codes in order to get into certain accounts.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so I kept her phone for like 6 months, so I knew that. But the big mistake that I made is that probably about a couple of days after, maybe a week after she had passed away, I contacted. She had some life insurance from AT&T, and so I called to make the claim on that life insurance. And oh my gosh, Eric, let me tell you. These companies say they don't talk to each other, but they do. Because the moment that I made that claim, all of a sudden I was locked out of all of her accounts.
Oh, no.
I mean, like Fidelity was shut down, and E-Trade was shut down, and Bank of America. Everybody just clamped down.
Oh, no.
Okay. And then it was like, then I had to go through the whole rigmarole, like proving who I was, and with the death certificate and the estate documents, and it's like, So just just a little note you might want to put in there with your password manager and all that other good stuff that, that's something that they might want to consider. And I know this is not a happy topic. I get that. Okay. But it's something that we all have to deal with, whether it's obviously with people around us or it's our own estate that we are talking about. As far as a password manager, the one that I use and recommend is called NordPass, NORDPass, nordpass.com/Kim. You're going to get a deal. It's $123 a month. Again, that's nordpass.com/Kim. Eric, thanks for your call and your kind words, and thanks for being a longtime listener. Okay, I heard this bad joke, and I don't know if I should tell you guys and gals this. All right, I'm just going to say it because it's something that you're going to pass along. And if somebody doesn't laugh, you can just say, you know what, I'm sorry, I heard that on the Kim Komando show. All right, here's how it goes. I heard that Netflix and Yahoo are merging. Yes, they're going to move their headquarters to Jerusalem. And the new company is going to be known as Netanyahu. Oh, I told you it was bad. I told you. All right, still to come, some alerts for the kiddos in your family here on the Kim Komando show. There used to be a code of ethics with hackers. Yeah, I know, it doesn't sound right. But hospitals, schools, transit systems, and kids were off limits. Not anymore. In the last few years, cyber attacks against the schools have doubled. Hackers are eyeing up all kinds of kids' info online, and they're trying to steal your kid's identity because they want clean credit. So if you're not checking your kiddo's credit score, you wouldn't even know it was happening. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to freeze your child's credit report. until they're old enough to apply for credit themselves. Now, you're going to need to gather up the right documents like the kid's birth certificate, social security card, proof of your address, like a utility bill or something like that. Then contact all the credit bureaus. Okay, we know about Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and so you can request a freeze through that. But there's actually a fourth credit union right now. It's called Innovis, Innovis, and do it there too. And don't forget to enter to win that $500 gift card. You want to go to winfromkim.com.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.
Marketing is hard. But I'll tell you a little secret. It doesn't have to be. Let me point something out. You're listening to a podcast right now, and it's great. You love the host. You seek it out and download it. You listen to it while driving, working out, cooking, even going to the bathroom. Podcasts are a pretty close companion. And this is a podcast ad. Did I get your attention? You can reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a pre-produced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience in their favorite podcasts with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com, that's Libsyn, ads.com today.
If giving a TEDx talk is on your bucket list, listen up. My name's Ashley Stahl. I'm a best-selling author and a top 100 ranked TEDx speaker, and I'm the founder of Wise Whisper Agency, where we've placed more than 100 clients onto the TEDx stage with nearly 100% success. I want to give you some key tips for why some of our clients' talks are going viral. Number one, they follow TEDx guidelines. They understand that if they're overly self-promotional or they don't share credible science, their talk could get pulled down. Number two, they focused on virality. That means that they have a catchy title that's SEO optimized, something that their ideal client is Googling. Number two, their opener. The way they open their TEDx shows a range of emotions for the listener. If you want to get your signature talk written and booked with us, visit wisewhisperagency.com.